And with the present economy, where the prices of virtually everything has risen to the peak of no return, food supply and profit-making margin has become the survival game of the fittest. And that is why I personally and carefully designed this profit-maximizing meat pie product recipe just to help you out, either as a beginner or for existing product review purposes. And the result is a top-notch. Hello, it's Chinedo Vincent from salpesfoodblog.com. And we teach you how to make pastries, snacks, and lunch packs. Subscribe for more valuable food contents ahead. And we'll begin by the addition of 1 kilogram of minced meat into our heated pot. Then we'll be adding 2 chicken seasoning cubes. And here in Salpe's kitchen, we do interchange chicken and beef. And if I'm preparing beef, then I use chicken seasoning and vice versa. So I added a half tablespoon of thyme, half tablespoon of curry powder, and then mix for them to combine. Actually, meat pie does not require much ingredients to prepare, so go ahead and cover the pot and allow to cook. Few minutes later, under the heat, I'll go ahead and add my onion and some water just to enable the meat to cook till doneness. Simply cover the pot and allow to cook. Here are the rest of the ingredients you will need. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch of cornflour, as you might call it. Half tablespoon of thyme and preservative if it is for commercial purpose. Extra 2 chicken seasoning and 14 balls of Irish potatoes. Little carrots to color it up, and a cooking spoon of vegetable oil over there. Next is to chop up our vegetables into tiny cube shapes ranging from our Irish potatoes down to our carrots. Then add vegetable oil into another pot and allow to smoke. And when it comes to meat pie, my onion quantity is always at minute level. But feel free to add much if you love onion. And once successfully fried to a caramelization level, come on, please add your chopped Irish potato and stir fry to combine. The stir frying process was allowed for over 1.5 to 2 minutes just to allow the heat to soften or tenderize the potato a bit. And at this point, you can now add your seasoning cubes, that is the rest of the seasoning cube, since we have actually seasoned our meats. Add the remaining thyme and your curry powder. Then stir fry to combine. Actually, this method of sauce making of meat pie could be strange to some people, but I think it's almost, if not the best. I have tried several other methods like boiling the Irish potatoes separately, adding them directly, and they all have the parts I do not love. But when I tried this method of stir frying the Irish potato lightly in an oil, the result was mananash. And in case you don't know that your sauce can be skillet like this, now you know. Go and try it and come and thank me later, okay? Now, stirring is very necessary to avoid burning because we actually do not add water. So that is the reason for the constant stirring. And in case you don't have much muscle like me to stir just the way I do, then you can lower your heat and stir fry intervally. By this time, you can remove your meat, allow to cool, and slice into tiny particles in case they are not properly minced, just like mine. And if well minced, then you can skip this entire process. And coming back to our meat, quickly stir fry the more to ensure that you are controlling the burning rate. Now we'll add some water just to stop the burning and also to provide some liquid moist for the sauce. Now, you may not need to add this water if you have some stock with your meat, but I don't have stock, so I added some water. Now we've just added the meat and stir fry just to evenly distribute our meat and to ensure that every bite of our meat pie had some chunks of meat. Now you can taste for salt and add up if necessary, but if not, then please skip. Then head over to the bowl containing the cornflour and add some water and cause it to dissolve. And at this point, you can also add your preservative and mix thoroughly. Add the whole mixture to your sauce and mix to combine. The function of this cornflour is to add mouth-watering property to your meat pie filling. And why using corn flour specifically instead of ordinary flour is to also increase the yield and introduce a little bit of sweetness. In fact, I recommend corn flour. Please quote me anywhere. Man, can you see the sauce? So nice, so great, so yummy, and it's meaty. I know you would have been saying, this Irish is too much, but look at it, it's okay. Just cover your pot and turn off the stove. The heat will do justice to the rest. Now I measure 2 kilograms of flour, that is 2000 grams of flour, or 16 cups of flour, because I am making 40 meat pie, and that is the exact quantity of sauce I have made with 1 kilogram of meat. Next is to add up our margarine of 1000 gram or 1 kg. I also added a half tablespoon of preservative just to ensure that it doesn't go bad. Actually, I supply this meat pie and it stays for 3 days in the shop without losing freshness. Ensure to mix by rubbing or squeezing method. By so doing, you incorporate the margarine and the flour, causing them to combine. Also, mixing at this stage determines the quality of your final meat pie finished product. So please take your time at this point to incorporate everything. Don't rush this process. Sometimes I take over 15 to 20 minutes to do this under manual rubbing. And once properly mixed up, then it is time to add your liquid. Your liquid can be water, it can be milk. I am using water just to minimize my cost of production. If it's a special order or home use, you can use milk. Again, your water should be added bit by bit until you have a hard dough. But in case you need the exact water quantity and recipe, let me know in the comment box. I calculatively divided them so that I can obtain 40 meat pie at the end, then pick them one after the other and roll out flat. Then I'll go ahead and bring in my cutter, place the flattened dough, fill in my sauce straight away, wet the edges of the dough with water just for proper closure. Then I'll go ahead and close the cutter and cut the pie. And here is it, looking good and amazing. So I'll go ahead now and grease my pan with some margarine using my brush for easy removal and to avoid sticking. And once you're done, go ahead and arrange them in your pan and get them ready for the baking process. You can wash the surface with egg if you like, but for this case, I don't think that is necessary. So I'll set my oven at medium temperature and bake for 45 minutes. And your meat pie looks soft, nice, appealing to the eyes, and crunchy. It's an average meat pie you can supply at a very affordable amount if you are a beginner or you don't even have a customer base in the first place. You can also use this to make some product reviews on your existing meat pie products and minimize your cost and maximize your profit as well. Just take a look at this one, looking so boom. With my little years of experience in Nigerian supplying market, what customers are actually after is the texture of the meat pie and the meat content. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. It is totally free if you are yet to do so. And visit us at tbsp.com. Bye-bye.